Alright, it is 28th of May, Thursday, and we've got a new special event, race day, featuring the Porsche 911 GT3 R. As we can see here, we still have, it just opened, and we got 7 days to start the event. And then event itself is gonna be a 5-stage event, but unlike the special event that we had for McLaren 720S GT3, the 720 degrees, this race day event is going to be going on the old race day format, which is essentially there's no wait between the stages, which is wonderful. So upon completing the first goal of the first stage, there's going to be an instant upgrade offer on this car, the 911 GT3R, along with the instant service for 3-hour duration. So there are a total of 21 goals to complete to win this car, and you actually can run through just straight through all 21 goals, all 5 stages, as long as you have enough enough motorsport dollars to afford all the upgrades that you're gonna need to meet the PR requirements. So it's kind of like a mix of special event because it's got a storyline and you got the different stages as opposed to tier, unlike the limited time series. But the fact that you don't have to wait between the stages and you're able to go right through, and there is also the set PR requirement, not a recommended one that you don't necessarily need to have, is more like a limited time series. So it's kind of like a combination of the two. In case you're not familiar with the race day event format. So anyway, the last day to start is going to be the June 3rd, next Wednesday. So check your calendars. Hopefully you can find in your schedule about 3 hours of free time, so you can just run through this event in a one swoop, just sweep right through it in one sitting. That would be ideal, so you can take advantage of all the 3-hour perk that they give you. All right, so with that being said, so you get to win the car and 30 gold, which is a net gain because you don't have to put any gold upgrades on this car in order to meet the PR requirement. So the 30 gold that they give you for completing all 5 stages is just something that we can pocket, which is nice. You can spend gold. The final tier upgrades on each category are the gold upgrades, but you don't need that, at least to complete this event to win the car. Now, if you want to complete the 2020 season of GT3 series, then you're gonna need to get 2 of the 4 gold upgrades available on this car. Basically max out 2 of the upgrade categories, but we'll talk about that when we run through the 2020 season. So let's focus on the task at hand, which is this race day event. Complete the race day 911 GT3R. She says it's a 7-day special event, but she's lying. We know it's a 5-day event or 5-stage event. You don't even have to spend 5 days to do it, but you are allotted 5 days more or less. So if you, as I said, ideally you want to be able to complete in the first 3 hours of you start the event. But if that's not something that you can pull off, then you can spread it out over the course of 5 days, however you fit. Anyway, so here's the stage one, new kid on the block. So Ahmed is pledging himself to be, I guess, professional racer. So this event is gonna be his debut, and Zoe's been training him. We've seen that happen in another event. So this kind of carries on this storyline that's been going on in the game. So that's always entertaining, you know. Not like a Oscar-worthy, you know, script or anything, but that's okay. It makes the game a bit more entertaining, and I'm okay with that. Certainly makes it a lot less, a lot more engaging than the limited time series, because limited time series, they can be bore, you know. So anyway, basically we get to replace Zoe and be his teammate for the day, and we get to win the car for helping him have a successful event, right? So his success is our success, basically. So when you start the event, you're not going to see any special offers for instant grades, upgrades, or instant um, what is it? Service, right? Service or upgrades. You have to complete the first event, first goal of the first day. So if you want to skip, oh yeah, and the number of goals. Each stage, there are 5 stages. Each stage has 4 goals, except for the last stage, which has 5 goals. So that's once again kind of reminiscent of other special events, except we don't have to wait between the stages, right? And the last goal, actually, let me take that back. Not necessarily the last goal, but the goal 4, the 4th goal of every stage, there will be a PR requirement bump. So for goal 1, it's going to be, it starts out without any PR requirement at the beginning, but the last goal, goal 4, is going to have a PR requirement of 68.2. Now this car's base PR is 65.3, so obviously you do need some upgrades to get there. Stage 2, and if you get 68.2, PR 68.2, that will get you through the goal 3 of stage 2. And once again, stage 4, or the stage 2, the goal 4, the last goal in that case, will have a PR requirement bump up to 71.1. And then on the next stage, on the final goal, stage goal 4, it'll get bumped up to 74.1. And then stage 4, the penultimate stage, on the last goal 4, there's going to be another PR bump that brings your PR requirement up to 77. And then on the final stage, stage 5, it's not going to happen on the last goal. Remember, I said there are 5 goals in the final stage. So this is why I said it's the 4th goal of each stage, because on the final stage, it's going to be the goal 4, penultimate goal, where the final PR requirement of 80 is going to show up. So that's what you're going to have to do. So let's see, base PR. So first event here, where we have to hit the top speed 3 times, right? I think they say a few times, but I believe it's you have to hit 150 miles per hour or 241.4 kph 3 times in a lap with the rolling start. And let's see, there are, well, right after the first corner, right, in the actual normal lap, the long straight coming after hell corner, that's a first spot that you're going to be able to hit the top speed. And then through the skyway, I think this car can hit 241.4. And then of course exiting Forest Elbow coming downhill, you should be able to easily hit 241.4. So there you have it. And if you are unable to hit the top speed through the skyway at the top of the hill, then you can just kind of slow down after you hit the top speed of 241.4. Just let it slow down to about 230, and then speed back up to 241.4 on the downhill. Because it's long enough and it's downhill, you'll hit the top speed, target speed. You'll be able to do it early on enough that you can do it more than once if necessary. Anyway, is there anything else that we need to talk about with this event? Let's go on with the first goal. And since we're not going to get any upgrades at the moment, we'll talk about upgrades in the next video. We have the instant upgrade offer available. Yeah, 3 times. Okay, 241.4. Just like that. As planned, we hit the target speed in 3 locations that I anticipated. And of course, as you win these races, you do get the normal motorsport dollar rewards. So looks like lap around Mount Panorama is going to be about 11,000. So that's good to know. All right, finished in first place. That was not necessary to do. There was no requirement to win the race, but well, here we are. I did, so there's that. Yeah, so this car upgrades, there are only 4 categories, sort of like the new motorsport cars, I guess, since the Formula 1 update. So, you know, we saw this with the other GT3, right? The McLaren 720S GT3. So Porsche will be kind of the following in the footsteps here. It's a very clean color, isn't it? So, all right. Moving on to goal 2. We'll make a separate video for the goal 2 along with the upgrade scheme and all that stuff. So see you in the next video. Stay tuned.